Hey guys, Brian here at thebasscast.com. Odd DeFoe champion right here on the Potomac River, my brother.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your week.
Man, it was a very special week, start to finish. You know, from the first period of the first day, the area that I had was really special, and not only the area, but I really figured out the bite.
Okay.
You know, flipping in those pads with a real small compact jig. That's something I've done here before. You know, I've caught them on a small jig, and that was definitely the deal. You know, I caught a lot of fish on that jig the first day. Second day, I never actually scored one on it, but then yesterday and today, it did a lot of the heavy lift. Did mix it up with a wacky worm some today, but man, it's a fun
Did you
week.
run past history or did you freshwater?
You know, that creek is a place I have fished in the past.
Okay.
My history here, the most recent was like 2016. I think the first time I came here was like 05. So most of it was from like 05 to 2010. You know, I had a decent amount of history in that 5-year span with FLW events coming here.
Right.
But I fished one Elite Series here, and that was it. So yeah, it's been. I have some history, but it's history.
Really history. Lots done changed.
Yeah.
How important was the tide for you this week in the creek that you found?
You know, it was interesting because obviously lower tide, falling tide, all that kind of stuff was when it made sense. But I was able to catch them on even a rising tide like we had today and a high tide. But it was all about, I didn't have to change areas, I just had to adjust how I fished.
Right.
That was the biggest thing. So it wasn't a running the tide kind of deal. It was, you know, the tide's doing this, the fish are set up like that. Literally how you'd present your bait, you know, whether you were fishing out or you were fishing in, and just how far in and that kind of stuff. So that was the adjustment.
Come on shallow for you, or were you
Super shallow, yeah.
Shallow.
I mean, I sight fished a lot of them today, but I mean, even the fish every day, I probably caught as many fish under 14 inches deep as I did over.
Wow.
No
All right,
joke.
what did you say your main baits were again?
A 3/8 ounce compact jig. I caught several fish on a bladed jig. Caught a few on a buzz bait, and today what did a lot of the heavy lifting was a Bass Pro Wacky Sticko Sooner Run color, fishing on the #1 VMC Redline weedless Nico hook.
Congratulations. How are you feeling, man?
Man, I'm pumped. You know, it's not been, I've not had a horrible year, so I don't want
No.
to complain like that. But it's not been my best year. This is my first top 10 of the year. You know, so it's the last couple years have been a little bit more of a struggle, not making as many top 10s as I did, you know, a few years ago. So it feels good. It feels really good.
Congratulations on the check. 150K, brother.
Yep, absolutely. It's a nice little, you know, this is the first year of the 150,000 first place, and that's a pretty nice little addition.
Congratulations, and we appreciate you talking to thebasscast.com.
Thank you.